Hey, what's up guys? It's Chris with CKS, and we're here at the Diamond Vapor Lounge down here in Temecula, CKS official chapter, to give you a review. We're going to be reviewing an RDA today, a pretty sick RDA in my opinion. It's brought to you by the Vapers, and it is this nifty little RDA right here by the name of the Thundercloud Plus. Alright guys, so we're here, we're about to lay it down on Thundercloud Plus. Now you guys might be familiar with the Vapers. They've come out with a couple of RDAs before. They came out with the Thundercloud Original as well as the Cloud Champ. Both of them I thought were really good RDAs, but this one surpasses that one like far in between. It's an amazing RDA. It allows amazing customization. But before we get into all of that, we need to start on the outside. Now, as you're going to notice with the outside, very similar to all of the Vapers RDA products, it has deep engraving. So on the top, we got the Thundercloud title, as well as the Vapers logo. As well on the back, we got this Om Cloud King thing going on. It seems like another logo they got going on, as well as their newest slogan, "We drippy, man." You know, you always be dripping, especially with these RDAs. It's a rebuildable dripping atomizer, so it's something that you're going to be doing all the time. And the 510 is a copper 510, something that I love. I love copper 510s. You know, if you scratch them, or you know, if you have to sand them down, which I don't suggest, but if you're one of those guys that likes sanding down your pins, you're not going to lose conductivity on a full copper pin. You know, those 24 karat, you know, gold plated pins, you lose conductivity, they wear down, all that kind of stuff. I'm really glad they stuck with the copper. It's a really good way to go. Now, going from the outside, we obviously see right here, there's a chuff cap. Well, what if I don't want to use a chuff cap? It comes with an adapter. So that's one of the great things about it, is you can use a chuff cap or you can use an adapter. Out the gate, you're already getting customization that you didn't necessarily get with other RDAs that you would purchase. If you wanted to use the adapter, you just go ahead and plug it in right here. It's got nice fitted O-rings. It's nice and smooth. As you can see on mine, I'm already running the drip tip because that's the way that I like to flow. However you like to go about it, you can do it your way too. And then going into the actual top cap, we go into the airflow customization, which is one of the best things about this Thundercloud. Now, if you're a Thundercloud Cloud Champ user, you're going to notice that there isn't quite the customization selection of how much airflow you can get. It's not going to be as slanted as a Cloud Champ or as familiar as the Thundercloud or anything like that, but you do have a varying array of options that you can choose. You can do a horizontal slit, very similar to like a Doge or anything like that. You can do a vertical slit, which is, again, like the Cloud Champ, except it's not going to have that angle. But with the way that it's built, if you go into these plus signs, which is the last airflow customization that you get, you can customize those so you can get a little bit of pinch there, a little bit of pinch here. You know, you really get to get the kind of airflow that you're looking for and specified to the build that you're going to be building. You know, if you're going to build a horizontal and you just want it to hit it directly on the coil, you can do the horizontal slit. If you're going to be getting crazy with those vertical builds, you can do the vertical slit. If you're going to somehow make some kind of plus sign coil that's crazy and, you know, getting like that germ builds life or whatever, you can do the plus sign. It really allows you for the customization of the airflow, which is one of the most important things going into this atomizer. As you can see on the outside right here, it just has a plus side sync up. It really is a dual coil RDA. So if you are looking for a single coil RDA, this is not going to be the RDA for you. It is kind of made for cloud chasing, but you can run it as a flavor RDA, which is kind of how I'm running it right now. Now the deck is one of the best decks that I've seen in a while, especially in a 3-post design. You haven't seen too many customized or too many different 3-post designs that have been coming out. It's not staggered. It is going to be pretty level, so it's going to be similar to a Patriot. However, what you're going to notice out the gate on this post is that the center post is kind of squared off. And what that allows is that it's not going to give you some serious spinning that any other post is going to give you. You know, like those round posts or anything that has a circular insulator on the bottom. As soon as you crank it down, if you're using a higher gauge wire, something like a 22 or a 20 gauge wire, or if you're one of those crazy AV dudes with the 18 spaced, any of that kind of stuff, it's really hard to crank down on the center post and it not spin. But the way that this Thundercloud is built is that it has these kind of insulator wedges. So instead of it circulating around the entire center post, it has these little wedges that won't allow it to spin around, so you can really put some kind of crazy builds in here. If you're looking into those fused Claptons, which are really popular right now, any of those kind of zipper coils, if you can fit it in here, it won't run into any spinning problems. Now, the actual post holes, they aren't gigantic. I mean, the center is probably somewhere a little under 2 millimeters, probably 2 millimeters exactly, or about 1.8, and each one on the left or right side is about the same. So you're not gonna be able to fit a bunch of crazy stuff in here. You're probably gonna get about as high as 22 gauge next to each other, maybe 20 gauge if you're running a sleeper coil, but it's more made for lower kind of resistance builds with like a 22 gauge or using a lot of surface area. On mine right now, I'm running a 24 gauge 8-wrap macro coil, hot wires, and it's running really well on my VV, and the wicking method that I put on it allows for really good airflow, as well as the tight draw that I put on it allows it to really utilize everything that this atomizer produces. And it's solid. I mean, it's definitely one of the atomizers that I've been using the most of right now. I can over drip it a little bit. The drip well is really nice. The insulator, it not spinning, is really good. I've been building out a bunch to really find the sweet spot for this new Hexome 2.1 that I've been using, just rebuilding. And I've never run into any problems with the post. You know, usually by the second or third time you're rebuilding, you're getting a spinning post. But with this atomizer, you're not running into any of those problems. So I'm yapping. I'm talking a lot. I'm telling you about the inside and outside and what's different from the Thundercloud Plus and the Cloud Champ and all that kind of stuff, and I'm stumbling on my words, but I know you guys want to see how it produces, right? I want to see how it produces too, dog. You know, I feel you, man. I've been watching this video with you. I'm going to be watching it just as many times. So, we got the Philip Rock Grand Reserve Creme de la Creme. Shout out to Drip Club for sending me this bottle. This juice is really good. It's like a hazelnut flavor. It's solid. This one's actually 6 milligrams. I usually vape 3, but this is one of the smoothest 6s you're ever going to taste in your entire life. If you haven't picked it up, make sure you check it out. They also got a hero box, so you can get a bunch of flavors in that one box. Pick this bottle up, pick this flavor up. It's definitely one of my top flavors right now, especially from Drip Club distribution. It's amazing. Like I said, 24 gauge, 8-wrap on this Hexome V2.1. We're running at about 60% on this potentiometer, which goes out to about, I guess, 4 to 5 volts. It's cranking right now. So let's see how the cloud production is. Nice restricted airflow. That's kind of the way that I like it. Dot my drip tip using drip tip adapter. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So nice dense clouds, really good flavor. Out of something like this, you know, you don't usually get a lot of solid flavor. Like the Doge V2, that was a really hard comp addy to get a really good flavor build in. You know, the chuff and the way that the airflow was built, you just couldn't really get it to be a flavor atomizer. But this atomizer with the restrictive airflow, I can get it to be a flavor atomizer. I can get it to be a cloud chucking atomizer. I can get it to be a trickster atomizer if I wanted to be like Odd Vapor or any of those guys. But the way that I built it is perfect for me, and that shows me that it's able to handle exactly what I want from it. No matter what you're looking for, this atomizer is going to be able to do exactly what you want, especially if you're looking for clouds. This is definitely going to be able to do that. And this is definitely one of the best atomizers out right now, in my personal opinion. If you're in the San Diego, Temecula, SoCal area, make sure you stop by the Diamond Vapor Lounge to pick this up. They have it in the polished as well as the brushed. I'm rocking the brushed right now. That's just kind of the way that I like to flow. But whichever way you like to flow, you can pick up either one. Make sure that you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and never forget, we're made for the Vapers, by the Vapers, and united, we vape. Squeeze her, don't tease her, never leave her. Got the man,